friendos, welcome in. Hello, welcome in. Hello. Cinnabon, thank you for the prime, dude. I appreciate it. Luna, thank you so much for the 23 months. Homeless Potato, thank you for the Blizzard. 3 months. My God. Fedoria, thank you for the 16. What up, friends? How we doing? Lizzie, 37 months. Good golly, dude. Fritz, hello. What up, friends? Nocturnal. Rained, hello. What's up, Fly Guy? Welcome in. Zed. Nelzy. Yeah, drops are still happening. Drops, it's the non-animated badge. It's the standard version of the donut. Yep. If you've already earned that, you're good to go. But if not, it's still going to the 25th. So you have plenty of time. Plenty of time. But public lobbies today. We are going to start our night that way and see how it goes. And then I think what we'll do is play it by ear. Where do you go for merch? FlashForceMerch.com. Let's see. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah, the drops are happening for another few days. I mean, you have till the 25th. So if you guys haven't earned the standard version of that badge yet, you still are good. Yep. And then I don't know when the next drops are going to be after that. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Beetle, hello. I'm good. Started a little bit late today. Kiddos had a show, so we got to see them dance. The show was awesome. They were wonderful. Per the usual. No, they were both great. Yep. It wasn't Landon. It was Izzy and Alex. Yeah. Hey, Casper, how are you? Evening is good, friend. How are you? Pepsi Boy, thank you for the 4-month prime. Yeah, they had a blast. Got a free donut from the theater. I got nothing. It's like, sure. Yep, sounds good. Oh my God. Got yourself addicted to Stardew Valley. Ooh, that's a game I think I've opened like twice. Yeah, I never really got, I just didn't play it. Kind of class is starting their, wait, my kid starting their holiday concert rehearsals. Oh, gotcha. See, that was, our kiddos just did their holiday concert. That's what this was. Yeah. Hi, Shauna. Donuts. Mira and Derpy. What is on the agenda? Well, it's a little bit different tonight because I had an idea and we're just going to go with it and see how it goes. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Pancakes and mustard. Classic. So for tonight's plan, I've been thinking about public lobbies recently. And one of the things that has come to mind is how a lot of people like to stay away from them because a lot of people like to stay away from the public lobbies because they say that they're bad, that it's always an awful experience. It's never good. People suck, blah, blah, blah. So tonight we're doing a test. We're going to do some science tonight. I'm going to play on my alternate account and we're going to join public lobbies and see how they are. A little firsthand experience. That I can't be judged off of my rank, like my prestige, none of that stuff. We'll see how it is. Yeah. Good luck, Brave Soul. Listen, this could be awful. This could be a terrible idea, but we'll see. Maybe do a voice changer. Do you think they would pick, I mean, if somebody knows me, do you think they would hear my voice and register that with that though? I don't know. Maybe we go until that happens. And then if that happens, then maybe I do change it. I technically do have a voice changer. I could make something to change the pitch of my voice, but I don't want to change it so much it sounds fake. It sounds different in game. Right. Which is what I think we're going to do. Thank you guys for the hype train. Alt Phantom, thank you for the 32 months. Tier 3 for 32 months. And Ashen, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I don't think people will either. I don't know. I think it's because you're not putting 2 and 2 together. You're not seeing my name. You're not seeing my face or any of that. You just hear a voice. Could be anybody. Your voice is kind of, I mean, we'll see. We'll just see. If I get in there and someone said, like, it's gonna be really funny if early on someone says like, "You sound like blah." Like I'll just act like I don't know who they are. Played some Warframe. Nice, very nice. Even in viewer games, sometimes I don't. Right, because like you said, the game changes your voice a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. You sound like this one dude. Yeah, the dude with the stuff. Yeah, he's got the things. I know what you mean. Yeah. All right, now we'll move over to this. All right. Well, I did start a little bit late today, so let's go ahead and get Phas open. I assume all my settings should be good. I think. That Flash guy, he might be an a-hole. Hey, you don't got to call it like you see it. There's no need for all that. Love this idea. We'll see. We'll see. Hi, Break. Hello. How are you? Most public lobbies I see are for people telling me to do nothing for 15 times. Oh, like a 15 times run and then they go in and you do nothing? That sucks. That's stupid. Honestly, that's where the new-ish public lobby settings are better because you can see if it's a custom or not. You know what I mean? Hey, Dippish, what's up? Miss Phoenix, thank you for the 6 months. Callie, thank you for the biddies. Wolf, thank you. We're going undercover. We're going undercover. There we are. My name is Boo. Oh, I should probably change the character model too. Let's do that. Yeah, Boo. It's easy. It's nice. Withering Witch. I can see that, friend. I can't see it over here, but I can see it over there. Oh my God. I saw the combos. Being someone who does follow you and watches the VOD later, that would be pretty funny. Yeah. I'm like, my interest of going into these games is not like, oh, let me go see if I can find a fan that like knows who I am. No, the idea is to go in here and just see how it plays out. See how good it is. I'm not going to, at the end of it, go, hey, do you know who FlashForce? Nope. I'm just going to go about my merry way. Thanks for the games. See you later. Deuces. Yeah. And then if they just so happen to know me and they see, like, if I make a video or something, that'd be pretty funny. Sounds like fun. It could be. I don't know why I went into a single player when that's not what we're doing. Yeah.
Welcome back.
He's that one nerd. Yeah. That one nerd with the stuff.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
So we have to decide what kind of game we're looking for. We have some talking to do. We've got some plans, some things, right? Oh, I got to change a thing too. Ah, crap. I restarted my PC before I left to go to their show, so I'm hoping that everything is hunky-dory. The guy that loves mustard pancakes. God damn it. You should just shout FlashForce every time you leave. No, because what do you think they're going to do? What the hell did that guy say? I don't know. Sound like an idiot. Damn self-promos. Any marks? I'm not even worried. I'm honestly not even going to care. Kev, thank you for the biddies. Why couldn't I hear that? Oh, God. I think we have to turn it off and turn it back on again. Oh, God. Yep. We're going to have to do it. I'm going to have to turn it off and turn it back on again. Should join me, my buddy. No, thank you. Okay.
Lizard.
I heard that. I heard lizard. Why can't I hear this though? OBS, why are you this way? Why do you do this to me? Okay. That is good. Maybe it's my monitoring. Maybe it's the monitoring. Like the audio source at which I am monitoring the sounds. We'll have to give it a try. I'm going to have to mess around a little bit here and see what I can find. It always does this, like every time. Gonna get some hot chocolate. Oh, you do you. Absolutely. Sassy, thank you for the 2-month Prime. OBS, yeah. It happens every time when I restart. I don't know why, man. It just is what it does. The new badge, it's the static Sweet Tooth badge. So the animated one was from the 11th to the 18th. The static version is from the 18th to the 25th. Yeah. Skyrim. Oh, good luck. Good luck. All right. I might have to figure this out later. Or just hope that it fixes itself. What does it look like? Well, I can't show. Well, yeah, wait. No, I can. It looks like that. I was like, wait, I can't. Not on this account. Wait, I can show you. It looks like this. Just like that. So there you go. That's all the information you need. Should be it. 3 a.m. Oh my God. Oh my God. Skyrim's a game I never got into. Like, I just never really played. Excuse me. Were 2 tie-dye hoodies ordered? Hi, Carrie. Happy Friday, friend. How are you? Pardon? I don't need the badge, but the completionist in me. Listen, if it's as easy as watching, that's why, like me, I go out of the way to watch because I'm like, dude, that's all I got to do to keep collecting more badges. You got it. Not cool enough. Oh, wow. Ordered a hoodie. Oh, charity. Thank you, friend. Going by the title? Yeah, we'll see how it goes, dude. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I said it. All right. Well, let me get moving in all the places and then we'll go from there. Hopefully bad things don't happen. Hopefully, you know what? Hopefully we just find really fun, awesome people and we'll go from. I've done this before in the sense where I wasn't on an alt account though. I went in with my main and just was going in public lobbies. I wanted to try something different. So that's what today is. Thank you, Annie. Hey, Darren, how are you? That is what today is going to be. If you guys could hear that blurb, I could not. But I'm assuming it said something about me being a pretty princess. I can hear it. Yay. Yay. I heard it. Yippee skippy. I was trying it out. No. I appreciate it. No, I can hear it. Yay. Hi, Katie. How are you? Hooray. All right. We're basically ready to rock. So I'm level 29, Prestige 1. The only reason that I'm even in Prestige 1 is because I played on this alt account before they added the Prestige system in. So, yeah. No, I'm not trolling. No. The idea of today is not to troll. The idea of today is to just do a nice little scientific experiment and see how public lobbies are. A lot of people come in and they complain about how public lobbies are broken just because of the people that go in them. So I thought, okay, well, what if I go into public lobbies and I see it for myself? Don't be suspicious. That's right. So I'm just a baby. I'm a little level 29, you know, nothing crazy. Vibe check in the public lobbies. Yeah. In the past, we have done this on my main and, you know, we ran into some really awesome people. So we're going to try it again. Listen, this is basically just a starter. So like if it doesn't go well, if it's not the vibe, we will switch it up and do something different. We will see. That's right. We're trying to see how many friendlies there are. Yeah. Hi, Clay. How are you? So we'll see how it goes. Peggy, thank you for the 40 months. Some good science. Yeah. So we have to decide what kind of a lobby we're looking for. We're looking for like a not custom, maybe. Maybe we're looking for people that are just doing like professional nightmare runs, whatever it may be. Maybe not even those. Maybe even like amateur, intermediate, whatever. Just see how people are. Default pro, maybe. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Hi, Peggy. How are you? Some intermediate. Yeah, I guess it just depends on what's available. Right? Because if we go in here and we look, professional, there's amateur, times 15, disgusting, you're a piece of shit. Professional, challenge mode. I didn't even realize it said challenge mode. That's kind of cool. 465. So you have a nice mixture here. A lot is on professional. A lot is on professional. Nightmare 0. I don't know what that is supposed to be. Interesting. But yeah. Yeah, and you can filter the lobbies. Right. So if we don't want to do customs, we don't have to. So instead of, if we don't want to see any customs at all, we could just do default. What is this? Oh, okay. And there we go. We would get only lobbies that are default difficulties. Yeah. Hey, Kippy, I'm good. Pro's good, fun setting. I think so too. I think it is the most, professional is the most played game mode of any game mode. So I think it's a really good litmus test to see how it is. Rather than trying to like, you can't go into a lobby that's times 15 or a lobby that's like times 10 and they're purposefully trying to like farm money and you're like, oh, I can't do this. Well, no, duh. If you're new to the game, of course you can. You need to stick to these if you're new and you're trying to learn how to play, right? Right? So that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. So let's see. Woodwind. What about this one? Shit. Let's do a refresh. Chicken wing? No, they're on Camp Wood. I'm so hesitant to do Camp Woodwind. I'm so afraid that there's going to be people that are just trying to, you know, do the stuff in the things. You know what I'm saying? Do you look for any Dark Wolf? I don't even care anymore. No, there's no point in looking. There's really not. Nessa, thank you for the 5 months. Hello?
Hello. My God.
Oh, easy, easy, easy. You okay? Oh, what the hell?
What did you do?
I swear I'm not a wizard.
Whoa.
He's a hairy wizard. Oh, wait, no, okay.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening here. What is this?
guys, screenshot.
What is going on? I'm freaking out. Wait, hold on. Let me get rid of all the lower ones. Oh no! Oh, you ruined such a good thing. Oh, it's okay.
Do it again.
It's okay. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Do it again.
I gotta be careful.
I got confused for a second. I got confused.
I'm sorry. That's okay. I'm also confused.
I also am confused.
Headphone warning. Oh yeah, I gotta be a little careful.
Ooh.
Guys been liking Diner?
And
Yeah.
Ooh, do you want me to disable stuff? I'm only level 29.
I think whoever's put in the level 2 headgear, I think that's
Okay.
the most advanced we have, so that's
Awesome.
good.
I thought we had a.
We'll see
I
how
don't
it
know, do
goes.
you have level 3 headgear?
Here.
Get the potato gear out of here. Listen, you leave my potato gear out of this. Homeless potato. Thank you, dude.
If he,
Huh?
if you want, yeah, he's shaking his head. Yes. Whoever's got theirs, remove it so he can put his in.
Oh, I think my color is
Sure thing.
pink, so I don't think anything of mine is in there. Read them on both.
Your
Cinematic.
I removed all mine.
Yeah, I read them on both. Already ratting yourself out with your... Listen, I'm not trying to. It's unintentional, dude.
Whatever you want, and then.
Mighty Mouse, that's a cool badge. Where'd you get that?
I don't think he's good on mic.
Oh, I'm sad.
Oh, you got Steam too? I got added you too.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, no, just kidding. I already did it. You? I already added.
Got you.
I already did both of y'all.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait, are you guys ready?
I was born naked.
Yes.
Sleepy, thank you for the prime. Look, so far so good. So far so good. What do you mean I'm being
This is my
suspicious?
favorite song.
What happened?
Is my mic working now?
Yes. They're like,
Hey.
fly.
I'm dying.
We hear you. Oh, easy, easy. 6 feet. 6 feet.
Good. Right, coach.
Oh God, no, stop. Oh God, this is how it began. This is how it began.
What?
All right. You know, COVID. Oh, no.
COVID. It's
See,
COVID
yeah,
season,
there we
guys.
go. Too soon? It's giving you anxiety. It's fine. Do I need to like? Oh, I feel like
It is so bright out.
it feels muffled. Hold on. Yep, sharper. I hate that bug. I hate it. Way too soon. You know, I don't want to be, I don't know, like I don't want to be too obnoxious, like too over the top. I just want to be, you know, the casual player that would normally play. Let's all go to the lobby. You can honk the horn, yeah. I swear to God, I'm gonna have a ghost back here.
6.
What do we got?
Degrees everywhere.
What? Oh, I heard a thing. Where did I hear a thing?
What, the light switches? That would make
A thing. I see our breath.
degrees in here, yeah. It's half the temperature of everywhere else. I'll turn on my lamps.
Usual tendencies can potentially get him discovered. It's unintentional. I'm not trying. Oh, look what you did.
I just turned off the power when I was right by.
No, he's up here flipping switches and stuff.
My bad. I turned on the light.
That's right. I'll leave them some tunes. We'll be okay. See, it's fine so far. Like, look. I mean, it's only one lobby, but I think what I might do is after every game, change lobbies and see how it goes. All right. I want to get a, I should probably keep a smudge on me at all times, just in case someone's trying to be a weenie. You know what I mean? Whoever's holding the video camera, you're doing great. Hate a weenie ghost. We all do. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We picked it back up. Oh, okay. I don't know what the, okay. All right. You know what? Let's do this. The undercover flash test.
Sounds like I could talk.
These jams, dude.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Come here.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it's far reaching.
He gave me like 2.
Oh, goo.
It's crazy.
Where's it?
Where is it?
Oh, it's dining. It's over here. It's having a meal.
Yeah, I got salt too.
I see. Thank you for the subs.
It's
I'm gonna turn
dying.
this off. Yeah, it's having a meal.
Race. You're gonna die.
That's EMF 4.
Okay.
Here, watch out.
Interesting.
Oh, never mind. Someone-
Mimicking a casual player.
Yeah, I'm in the spirit box.
Okay. All right.
Break. Stop it.
What do we got?
Get that motion sensor.
Motion sensor? I can go get one.
I put salt everywhere.
Cooking with hearts. Bunny pics. Thank you for the 8 months, dude. What the hell? Wait a minute. Isn't that the guy that just told me to go get a motion sensor? What the hell? Okay. I get this. Get this. You're a ghost. You'd be a mimic mimicking yourself. Well, I mean, I love mimics. They are my favorite. So it only makes sense. It only makes sense. Hi, Mr. Song.
Nope, sounds or pictures.
All right.
Nope.
I brought this guy.
I'm trying to get a video of Salt.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, he's stepping over here.
Say it's over there.
Stepping around.
Oh, it walked in the salt. Oh.
He's just walking
Oh.
around.
Stepping in the salt, but I'm not looking at that. Just frustrated.
Gotcha.
Watch me. Watch me.
I'm going to stop that for right now, if that's okay.
Freak. There's someone. You can use handprints too. So
Ooh,
even though,
ooh, ooh.
let's grab incense in case we do get
Okay, got a sound.
That's good.
It seems to be messing around like over here too.
Is he over there? That's
I don't know. It might be bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, I know. I just wanna test him.
Assault on this side, so it kind of seems to stay almost entirely on that side.
Why did you turn it off?
I'm gonna turn it back on. No! There we go.
Move this one. Can I move this?
It's my favorite song. Don't cough on the diners, please. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god! That scared me. She's teleporting. Holy.
All right.
Oh my god.
I'm going to do a thing. Where are you? They're found far from their home. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near?
Closing.
Where are you?
Far and wide.
Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Is that all we have?
Just to let you know, none of our sanity have gone down yet.
None? Oh, God. Oh, I pre-smudged. Oh, man. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
No!
I swear this never happens. Oh,
So!
man. Son of a... I burnt my
got a
smudge.
firelight.
Okay. God damn it. I misclicked. I went to left click and I right click. It's fine. It's fine. Saru, Kiro, thank you for the subs. Thank you. Thank you guys for the follows. I didn't smudge my pants. Oh. Are we aware that we have orbs? Roger that. he said, ghost orbs. You know what? I'm going to take a second smudge.
That's from Mimic or the...
Shh, don't tell them I'm taking another smudge. No, oh, I didn't check. No. We're in a pro lobby. Oh, is it hunting? Uh-oh, did something bad just happen? God, I can't see anything. On-rear test? Yeah. Selfish. I mean, listen, they're not using them. What's the difference? Hey! Hey! It says welcome, we're open. Thank you.
UV.
We had ghost orbs.
Oh, yeah.
The ghost orbs are gone again, so it probably is a mimic.
Mimic.
You don't see him anywhere?
Nah.
Have you
they were
looked?
here,
Have
like,
you looked
a
over
minute ago.
there?
That's not the same room. I checked. That's 11 degrees.
Yeah, but what if it moved?
Oh.
Unless it blew out this firelight right in my
Hey,
face.
did
Oh, look,
somebody-
we
I was
have
about to say,
freezing
did somebody-
temperatures.
We have
Get that
freezing.
one.
Freezing ghost orb spirit box.
Keep up. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. No.
This guy keeps saying the evidence after I got it. I swear to God.
Need more photos. What's he doing?
Oh no, I heard Ghosty touch a Nor. I don't know where it was. A Nor. I heard.
Is it gonna try a hunt?
I don't know. I don't know what our sanity is.
Unless he moved her.
Might be secretly. Well, no, unlikely. Jenny, thank you for the 3 months. Oh, yikes.
Definitely still here.
Was there a yikes?
Yeah.
Oh, neither recorded. Oh,
Yeah.
rude. Oh, look, you did. Oh, look. Was that the ghost that did that?
I think so. Yeah. I'll take some.
Hey, what's it watching? It's my favorite show. That's not a groan, is it? Oh, butter and biscuits. Hey, can we delete the last sound, please? Thanks.
Okay.
Love you. Why didn't you say it back?
Are we wanting to go for perfect game?
Mind.
He didn't say I love you back. I feel used. I feel used. All right, juice is here. Here, we'll watch from here. See, if I run into people that are rude, that will happen. None of them have been rude at all. What are we thinking, Abe Lincoln?
Hey, we're gonna go for a perfect game, and I'm gonna sacrifice myself, so.
Don't do it.
Okay, well, that's a good thing that I did it because it's spontaneous.
I'll take a photo of your corpse if you die, don't worry.
Why are they trying to delete my... What is this? What are these maniacs doing? Act like a guy that's questioning about the music box? Good. Just to see if they would use it? Hey, so I found the music box.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh.
What'd I do with it?
You need that nothing, don't take it. You need to take a picture.
Take a picture? All right.
Yes. Carefully bring it to the.
Bring it to the front. All right. Oh, I got the power.
Hey, it's fine. We're up here.
Roger that. I'm on the way.
Has anyone found the...
Not playing as a noob. No, I'm not purposely trying to be like an absolute noob. Oh, I can't. Okay. All right, I got it.
Drop it on the ground.
Okay. Now what?
Uh-oh.
Are they okay?
No.
Veritably not okay.
Hmm.
Dead.
We have workers' comp here, right? It's probably fine.
Hope so. Let's check out sanity's room.
Okay. What is that sound? What is that?
Okay. We're averaging like
Oh.
30 sanity and boo. You're
Oh,
on
it's the
6.
mixer. What do I have?
6 sanity.
6? I'm killing it. Let's go.
Yeah. Doing great.
So, with their death, do we still want to go for a perfect, or are we gonna like, are we cool with what we got?
I think, well, at least in the last game, we decided that we keep going for perfect until there's one person left.
Ah, I see. I like. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Slum, thank you for the super chat, dude. Best in random lobbies. I appreciate it, man. All right. What are the odds it's a mimic, though, right?
Oh. Got a cruci.
All right. What do we?
If we find the bone, we can get the last picture.
Okay.
Or the ghost. Wait, why is it
Then
keep
I need
blinking on my screen? Something.
I am
keeps
going
blinking.
on a boner hunt. I am going on a search.
Okay. Okay. Hold up. We got a picture.
If I find it, I will yell the secret word. Well, no, if I told you the secret word, it wouldn't be very much of a secret now, would it?
I guess you're right. Anyway, I'm gonna try and record the ghost trip out there.
He died.
So you're saying they didn't get it? Did I just hear a gin sprint?
You can come out because I kind of like got another picture.
Nice. Did we get the video too?
No, it was of an EMF.
Oh man. Oh look, free smudge.
Oh, sweet. It turned off the power again.
No, they didn't.
Oh my god.
No, they didn't.
Oh,
No, they
there we
didn't.
go.
All right, let me get the.
Where's the bone?
Okay, that's extremely inappropriate, sir. He's just smelling the seat. Okay, that's not more appropriate. I'm gonna be honest. I think that I heard the ghosty like speed up, like sprint speed up.
It seemed pretty fast, but he. Oh shit.
It's fine. What's it gonna do? Hurt somebody?
Where is it?
It's little shuffling feet.
Oh,
Careful, careful,
It's
careful,
gonna be
careful, careful.
no!
Okay, so about that being
I didn't
careful
want it
thing.
to kill you. I didn't want you to kill you because I.
Yeah, I was gonna get a video of the ghost, but well, I guess I'm the last one, so per the rules, I believe I'm out of here. Here, I'll put this down here. All right, I miss you guys. You guys did great. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I kind of think it's a mimic. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I swear to God, I thought I heard like a gen sprint speed up. Did you guys hear that? I kind of want to go mimic. I don't think we ever checked for, I don't know if we ever checked for ultraviolet or not. What do you guys think? Should we go for it? Another one died. Yeah, I'm the last one. All right. So listen, I could be wrong here, but I'm going to go with mimic just because I thought I heard ghosty like changing speeds. So I'm going to go for it. If I'm wrong, then it's not my fault. It's Mighty Mouse's fault, okay? But if I'm right, I get the credit. Let's be clear. Did it turn off the power? Yeah, but if it's a mimic, then it can mimic a djinn, right?
Welcome back.
Mighty Mouse, how could you do this to us?
Yes.
I trusted you.
I told you.
I trusted you.
We should. I told you. Just stick with your ideal.
Listen, I trusted
Where'd he
them.
go?
I
Wait, where'd he
trusted
go?
them.
There he is.
I trusted them with everything.
Look,
I got $88.
Makes me sick.
I got 100.
It makes me sick. Ah! Okay, I'm out.
Welcome back.
I swear to God, I thought I heard a djinn speed up, unless what I heard was the player, which it might have been the player. I don't know. Rage quit. All right, going to another lobby. So it does it not retain your filters? It's kind of annoying. It's fine. Should have told them no. No, just let them, go about their day and have a good old time, not worrying about anything. It's fine. Capri Sun. Hello? Okay.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Maybe he's waiting for like a sugar daddy. I don't know. Story of my life. I don't.
Looks like there are
I almost wish you had to type a reason. I kicked you because of this. I'm waiting for friends. Then go to a private lobby. That doesn't make any sense. You. Some low
Oh, we got
levels.
another guy in here. Who is this guy?
Hello.
What's up, dog?
What up, dude?
How's it going, man?
It's going. How's it going?
You have a very professional sounding microphone.
Thank you. It basically just spent money and it just works. I don't know
Yeah,
this
dude,
stuff.
that thing did what it was supposed to do.
Hey, yo. You're the professor. Are you teaching us today?
I can definitely do that for you.
Let's go. I like it.
All
I'm
right,
only
hang on.
prestige because I played like 2 games before they changed stuff and it just gave it to me.
Okay, hang on. You guys need to help me. Okay, look, I'm new to PC, all right? And I'm trying to get my friend in here, and I don't know how to invite him.
Well,
Yeah, I
Oh,
think you
also,
have to
who-
private lobbies.
Okay, we gotta get this guy out of here. Who's Poe? Because you other guys are cool. I gotta remove somebody.
absolutely not. That other player did nothing wrong and he was going to remove them because of what? No, I'm not staying in there. No. Absolutely not. He didn't know.
What's up, boo?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Heck yeah.
It's a Halloween thing.
Halloween. What? Jesus Christ. Why is everybody sick? What is going on? Thank you for the follows, guys. Appreciate it, man. Good Lord.
Have a member witness a ghost event.
Suspicious microphone. I look.
5.
I could, you know, one time what I could do, I could set up this microphone that's attached to this to be the one that's coming through. I could do that. All right. I'm going to go in here and photo this thing. Oh, 6 feet. 'Tis the season to be sneezing. All right. A cesspool of disease, apparently. Yeah, I guess so. We need some flu shots up in this piece. But I think the aim is to stick with professional if I can. If the players are doing professional. Like I said, it's the best test because it's the most played game mode. Sick for last week. I'm sorry. I got the power. What's this ghost's name? Megan Roswell.
The bone is a hand in the living room.
Don't mind
Sorry,
if
I
I do.
forgot the word for bone.
That's okay. I'll eat it. Num num.
Alright.
Ooh. Ooh. Wait. All right.
Anyone find the cursed object?
So there's a mug on the floor, but no, I don't know what's going on.
Wait, I'm not.
Maybe here?
No, I haven't seen the cursed object. I think it might be
Ooh,
monkey
wait, did I just see
paw.
breath? Ooh.
Yeah,
Right
it's
here.
monkey paw.
Yeah, it's
The nursery's cold AF. There we go. In a petri dish of children germs at field placement right now. Good Lord. You know what? Again, I want to keep this smudge just in case. I like how they haven't bothered to get lights on yet. I know. Nothing. Not a single light. You know, it's interesting. What's also interesting is to see different play styles. To see how people go about it. Like, I'm not trying to set the tone and play my way necessarily. I kind of want to just play like how they're playing. It's interesting to see. There's a book. Do you want to talk to the ghosty? Did we get a picture of what?
Oh yeah, we did.
How old are you?
Yeah, the young.
Where are you?
Well, that was personal.
Spirit box.
Okay, this person's in the dark. What are they saying?
How old are you?
Tanglewood, yes. It's done with your shenanigans.
Alright. Let me see if I can't get this. How old are you?
Maybe it's an alone ghost.
Where are you?
What I'm gonna run into as well is
I
I'm gonna
think
run
it
into
is.
some like serious players
He's now
that like
talking to me.
are not really down for any shenanigans. All right, you should be good.
How old are you?
Oh no,
Where are you?
I'm starting to see my breath out here in the hallway. By the way,
Oh no.
oh no, it's 5 degrees out here. Oh god. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, it's 7 degrees. Oh wait, is that 5? Wait, no. Oh, 4. Okay, it's not making up its mind. Oh no, it pooped in the sink. Holy night, what the hell was that?
How old are you? Where are you? How old are you?
Did
Where are
somebody
you?
come stack this stuff in the sink?
How old
Hi,
are you?
Hattie.
Can you answer me?
Wait,
No.
it sounded like a Pulte throw. Was that a Pulte throw, you think? I thought it was the book. Oh, dude. Ooh, that does look like a Pulte. Spirit box, ultraviolet ghostwriting. Should I say something about it? Okay, is the ghost over here or is it over here? Oh, 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 steppies. Oh, footsie doodles.
UV.
I got it. Ka-chow.
Footsie doodles.
Nice. Listen, what am I supposed to call?
Osy wozies, obviously.
Toesy wozies? Okay. Oh. So we have ultraviolet, we have spirit box, phantom Pulte mimic. Interesting. Pete Pixar for the Oni fans? Yeah. Ghosty, we need you for a photo, please. Listen, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news there, ladies and germs. I don't think this is the room.
Hey,
Oh
I hear
no.
something really funny.
Sure. Are you gonna fart or something? Oh.
As soon as I walk
Off
away.
this game. Oh,
Really?
Liv, let's go.
I'm trying to get sound recordings and it just says no.
That ghost said, no, not today.
Why is this book just floating away?
Oh, sorry about that.
Do you
Oh,
see
sorry.
this?
Yeah, that's my bad. I forgot. I forgot I hit it with the Leviosa. Stop it, Ron. I'm trying to give it items.
Not Leviosa, it's Leviosa.
Oh, stop it, Ron. Goo! Goo! Much
Ghost
goo!
riding.
Many goo! Okay, I gotta be careful not to say certain shit.
It's a Pulte. We get a ghost rider.
Nice. I'm not trying to, dude. Hey, I got that photo though. Hey, I got that photo.
Are we
though.
going for a
Let's go.
perfect?
I mean, we can. I got all the photos are done. We definitely need some videos.
We need 4 videos. I need 1 more sound recording.
Okay. Well, the camera's in here. So what? Okay, there's 2 cameras in here. I smudged. I smudged. Oh my god. I'm sorry. He walked in and at first I thought the ghost followed him. I inked. I inked. Don't actually. I didn't mean to. There's a kick-ass game of Tetris happening out here. Do you hear that? Oh, what a butthole.
Looks like everyone's good.
I'm gonna go get the power. Let's take this gaslighting the whole way around. Like, I'm not trying to.
1 more sound.
I gotta be careful. All right. Video-wise, we have the fire extinguisher, and that's literally it.
We could bring the other ghostwriting book in here.
Ooh, okay.
Get a video of that.
I gotcha. Kind of ready for it.
It's been touching a lot of doors. Sir, you just put your ass in my face.
Oh, sorry about that. My bad. You know, there's a lot back there. I got to be careful where I'm turning. I'm sorry.
You guys have probably
Engulfed my entire screen.
It's watching TV. Carrier, thank you for the 17 months.
Don't tell me the ghost.
You know, if you keep watching that close, you're gonna go blind.
Don't tell me. Okay. I think it
Nothing.
just roamed over there. I think we're good.
Oh, I almost recorded that. Oh.
Ah, son of a bitch!
That's a video. Yeah, let's go.
Why can't I record him choking?
You know, that's holy crap on a stick. All right. You know, I don't know the answer to that question.
Okay.
All right.
we got videos.
All right, we still need 2 more though. All right, I'm gonna go look for protection. Kate, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Look, there's still 3. Look, listen. There's nothing I can do when every team I play with leaves the smudges alone. None of them take them. Like, why? This is such a good tool. All right, I'm gonna get this guy. Translucent fire. You know what? I'm gonna get another motion sensor. I like it. People don't know how to play. I mean, that's probably part of it too. Chaos, thank you for the 10 months. Chronically, thank you for the 5.
Oh wait, I can wish for life.
They're about to die, aren't they? Wait, wait, where's the video camera? Give me this. Aurora, thank you for the prime. Are you okay?
I'm gonna wish for life. I'm in the garage. I might die.
No, you're fine. Did I say fine? F off, lady. Check. Okay. Dude, the ghost came directly to me. That kind of freaked me out. I thought that it heard me. All right. Are you about to do a thing? Where did this ghost go? Siraj, thank you for the 38 months. Singing, thank you for the 3. Where did the ghost go? It's over here? Oh, it's taking a shower. This guy? They're all outside. It's not a mare. Wait, can I get that in time? Probably not. Got the door. Nice! All the videos are done.
No, I tried wishing him back, but it started hunting as I was talking, so I don't think it worked.
Oh, we could try again.
I already tried. It won't do it again.
I wish for life.
Why did it work for you but not
won't
for
work again,
me?
they said. Can't happen, they said. Get your ass out of my face, they said.
Sir, you're gonna die. Come out.
They're born. They don't know how to walk. They're trying to relearn everything. Offer them uppies.
Get out of the house.
It's kind of like when Neo was like reborn, like had to go through all the stuff again. Oh God. They died and
I
went
think we might just need to let him die.
Oh, they died and went AFK. I'm gonna have to watch through the door. Stay strong, soldier.
Sir, you're alive. Come back. We wished you back to life.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, they moved. Okay, they're confused.
Oh,
yes.
God.
Hey,
You're back.
welcome.
Oh,
We got you back.
Hey, let's go.
No, I tried to back, but it
Nice.
started hunting, so it wouldn't work for me, but then he did it and it worked.
Let's go. I did it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did it. I did
I
it.
get my XP.
Let's go.
poltergeist,
XP.
right?
You did it.
Yeah, it's a Pulte.
Cool.
Nice. Soikled. What a
Like,
cliffhanger.
why are they looking at me? I'm a ghost, and then I realized, oh wait.
He lives. He lives. How's it been? Been okay so
I was
far.
about to be like, who can I send a
I
friend
got kicked
request
from one
to?
lobby.
And then all of you are on PC.
And then I joined another where someone was like kicking people. I don't know, for some reason. So I just left. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good. Another one in the books. Absolutely. This is another good group. I'm not trying to stay with the same group though. The whole point's to go from like spot to spot. And we have ads coming in the the next like minute, less than a minute. I'm gonna snooze them and then use them.
Welcome back. I've got
Let's go.
Nice.
Found a Pulte.
100, that's a good game.
Nice.
I can upgrade stuff.
Witness a Pulte ability. Let's go. We're knocking it out of the park.
Say I can too.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, wait, you know what?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
All right. I'm going to run ads. We're going to run ads. I need to do 3 minutes every hour so that way you guys don't have pre-rolls if you're not subbed and you don't have turbo. So I'm going to go ahead and do them now. And then after the 3 minutes, I'm going to keep going. So far, it has been good. Yes, obviously, there's like a minute of time that was spent going from lobby to lobby, which was fine. Outside of that, the ones I've played have been good so far. I'm just saying. But I'm going to go ahead and run ads, friends. 3 minutes. This is a good time to stretch, get a drink, whatever you need to do. BRB work thing, you're good, song. Nice. Wife and kids are well. They are good. The kiddos, they had a concert tonight, a dance shindig, if you will, and they were great. They were awesome. People who have no clue. Oh, there's tons and tons and tons of people who have no idea who I am. Yeah, I mean, the game itself averages how many players, like, daily? There's a crap ton of people that have no idea who I am. Anyone knows you yet? No. No, nothing yet. We had one person go like, wow, your microphone is, and I was like, oh, yeah, I just bought it and it works. So that was close. But other than that, though, it's been okay. I only know, God damn it, Mayor. Their loss. Listen. Again, the whole goal of this is just to see how these lobbies are and how they act without knowing who I am. So there's a possibility that if they even saw my name, they could have no idea who the hell I am, but I don't want to risk it. So I use the alternate account. I'll be shocked. I'll be a little shocked if somebody hears my voice and knows me from that. Had 3 seconds of it. Ayo. Little social experiment. Yeah. It's worth a try, man. Why not? Why not? We have a minute and a half and then we will get back into it. Tomorrow's nice. We don't got to wake up for nothing. My son has dance tomorrow, but it's not till a little bit later. All is well, man. Napperkins. Thank you for the 27 months. Thank you for always posting the VODs so I could learn about the wonders of mustard pancakes. Look, you know what? In the name of Doc, I did this all from my phone. So if I want it as an emote that I will probably keep, I'll probably have someone make it. But I added an emote for Doc just so I could put it in his channel. Yeah. What dance? Hip hop. Hip hop. Have you done I done the toilet steak at Nell's Diner? Yeah. And the ghost, he yeeted the steak into the wall. I don't know if it liked it or not. I'm not sure. Yeah. No, there's a mustard pancake emo. Yeah, that one. Just don't go around saying F them shoes. I won't. I overcooked it. It does look overcooked AF, doesn't it? The steaks that are actually in the map do look pretty rough. The one inside of Bleasdale looks great. It looks like it's ready to be cooked. Why the ones that are sitting on top? I don't know. Maybe the idea was, well, you left it, so that's why it's so effed up, right? It could be. I'm sad you can't pick up the other food. Yeah, I wish you could pick up like the burgers and some of those. You can pick up a waffle. A waffle. All right. There we go. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. I'm here because Asmon kicked me. Damn. How the hell you go from Asmon gold to me is crazy. That's wild. Throw the taters in the fryer. Yeah. All right, let's go find another lobby, shall we? There's 2 waffles. I thought there was only 1. Okay. I wish you could save the preference. Why is this the way that it is? Why is this the way that it is, man? All right. Let's look. Magnet muncher? What the hell does that mean? Shit. Shit. Why, like, why is that still there? Like, look, the game is full. Get rid of it. Why is it still there? I don't understand. What? Fine. Let's see if I stay or get kicked. Lil, thank you for the 4 months. Hello? They look idle.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm waiting for my friend. He went to do something, so...
Oh, I gotcha.
He'll be back.
That person?
He'll be back. Ricky.
Oh,
He's
I
doing
understand.
something for his kids. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
He'll be back really quick.
No worries. Are salt pictures not a thing anymore? No. No, 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 no. No,
Hello?
salt pictures are no longer a thing because
yes, it's good.
if you show someone a photo of salt being stepped in, it doesn't look very paranormal.
You're good, girl. You're good. Don't worry.
I don't know if I'm going to wait. They've been nice so far, but we don't know where this person is. The cycle of finding randoms. Yeah, we won't stick around. We'll keep moving. We'll keep her going.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Thank you.
I've gathered a list of other
I would love
hunters
for this to
asking for help.
stay put. Sure. Oh God, I don't want to host a lobby. The second I went to join, he left.
Welcome back.
He left the same exact time I joined.
Looks like there are others
They were
out
very
there who
nice,
need
yeah.
help.
I should just do this and just find professional games. And do it that
Honestly,
way.
the past 5 games I've played, I've been my dad. So it really depends who joins, because every time someone's quit.
Hello.
What's up, Boo?
What up?
What up, Booth?
How we doing?
What's up?
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in here. I got something you might want to hear.
What are you whispering to them?
Honestly, I don't know. That's
Okay.
not bad. Well, someone already fucking said fuck this
I
dude
don't,
and
I
left.
don't think you like that very much.
You did not like
Maybe
that
they'll
at
like it.
all.
Try them. Try them. It's the true test. It's the
Low
true
on
test.
FPS. Bro, it's just shaking, shimmering his britches. Love on 60, you got a mic, brother?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, bet. Fuck it.
Yo, this dude
We're
got
down
a
for Maple,
crispy
we
ass
don't wanna
mic,
do
bro.
Me?
Nah, who's that with the good ass mic?
I don't know.
You.
I don't think it's me.
It's him.
Yeah, honestly, now that you point it out, motherfucker does like those TikTok book readings or some shit.
Did you just say? What the hell just exited your face? What'd you just say?
You don't know those TikTok book readings?
TikTok book readings. That's a thing.
Yeah, it's like the fuck. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So like, fucking girls get upset.
you wanna use all my stuff?
Is that an untapped market I don't know about?
It is. Like, you'll get paid bank. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh crap. Yeah, dude. I mean, it was easy. I just bought it. It just, I don't know. It just sounds like it.
I got a dollar store mic and microphone.
I mean, spicy. I don't know. I know kind of what they're talking about.
Well,
kind of lower the quality.
Right here.
These items are not very.
It might be the move to use this microphone in game. I might have to see if that's possible.
That's right there.
You know, because then it'll.
Oh, might be.
We might have to do some tests.
Russ said, "I don't recognize this poor ass dog."
In game, there's a mic option. Yeah, I wonder if I pull this microphone out and use that one instead. That way, you guys hear this, but they hear this.
Pick up your spoon and want to catch some ghosts. Come on.
We're doing what?
Crack lighter shit.
Oh, damn. This looks right. This is the right house, right?
I mean, honestly, to have a crack lighter, this would be the house I would do cracking.
Roger that. I'll go get a spoon. Hello? Where the hell's the ghost? Never play public lobbies. What's the community like? I mean, listen, it is kind of hit or miss.
Yo, what happens? Why doesn't the headset work sometime? What the fuck's up with that shit?
Which headset? What do you mean?
The fucking light on my head, dude.
Wait, is this you? Is this you?
These aren't the ones with the lights, though.
That's a camera, dude.
What do you mean?
That's a camera.
It's probably just the tier 1. That's probably mine.
No, I picked up swear to God, I picked up a headlamp.
You strapped a GoPro to your forehead, my guy.
Oh, I thought it was a headlamp.
Oh, no. It's the camera.
Yeah, ain't that rich.
Okay.
That would definitely explain why it's not working as intended.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy has to be an old Minecraft YouTuber or something.
What the hell do you mean by old?
OG.
Thank you. Experienced, please.
Didn't anybody turn the light on?
I turned on the switch upstairs and then I just turned the power on. That would be my doing. My apologies. Did this ghost?
Just turning lights off.
Oh, that was the ghost. Okay.
Unless you did that.
Oh, no.
We
I
got
think
12.1 in this hallway. That's a lot colder than anything else I've seen.
gotta be careful. Adjacent accusation.
Dude, this shit ain't giving us shut up. I think it's a shade and color there.
Ghosty.
I don't know, man. It might be in this balcony hallway area here.
Is it nibbly in here? I don't see our breath.
No, it's 12. That's all. It's just colder. I'm gonna go check the attic. It might be above us. While this guy backwards crabs walks up the fucking stairs.
Hey, don't shit talk me.
It ain't up here either.
Well, if the ghosty did that, okay, I'm gonna leave these things here. based on what? No, they're just like, if you have a decent microphone, they immediately think, okay, this person must do content, which fair, but there are people that are like audiophiles that just like to sound good. So they don't necessarily, you know, do the ting. All right, I'm gonna bring this. You're doing great with that camera, by the way.
I don't know, guys. I think it's like 15s to 15s to 18s everywhere, but upstairs in that area it was 12. That's pretty much the coldest I've seen in this place.
I just saw something. Evidence.
Ghost riding.
It's gonna hunt. It's about to
Where
hunt
you
soon.
at? You upstairs?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for this hunt to happen.
I have a blue light on it.
Just a fun fact of the day. If you guys like it, I believe it's hunting. The guess of the follows. Pog, thank you for the 3 months. Are you okay? I'll assume from that sound of choking, you're not having a good time in the attic.
Yeah, no, it wasn't us. We're good up here, man.
Okay, roger that. Spackle, what the hell's wrong with you? Where did it start from?
Where the fuck's the dead body?
Oh, it's cold in there.
Oh yeah, 2.1. This is it right here.
Tis nibbly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah. All right. It's gonna touch a window right now.
Now it's throwing stuff. It's starting to get a little active in there now. Where the fuck did dude die though? Anybody see him?
I thought I heard choking in the attic.
No.
Oh, hi, Ghosty. Our friend Ghost is here. Hi. Oh, I think he was trying to lead us to his corpse. Ghosty, ghosty doo. Where are you? You're hiding in here? Aha. None of you little bastards better move. Do you hear me? Oh. Hey, we have ghost riding. None of you sons of bitches. Jewel, thank you for the prime. No freezing.
I don't see dots either.
Well, if we have writing, Gorio's out of the question. Might need to get some salt or
He
something.
might have died playing with the summoning circle.
Well, if he would have died with the summoning circle, wouldn't his body be over here?
Oh yeah, I don't know where the summoning circle is.
It's in the doll room.
Yeah.
It's in here. Oh, yikes.
Oh, that's 5. Is
That's a
that
5er.
Needed that. That's perfect. We needed that.
Hey, that's a spirit shade myling. Spirit or myling.
Not or. Okay. Can't be dots. The UV, temp, or spirit box. Does anybody have spirit box?
I'm trying to get the evidence we need.
I don't see it anywhere. Oh, is that a winter?
Oh, check. Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
perfect.
It's a myling.
I can grab the spirit box if you guys want.
Oh, we just got ultraviolet.
There might be one in there, but I can grab the other one. Hang on.
Grab the other what? What the hell is he talking about? I'm so confused. It would be in the doll room, I know. But the dolls haven't done anything. They haven't done a single thing.
Sensor now. For the perfect hunt.
No,
Yeah, I put
We
it
need
there.
another photo. We need for a perfect hunt. What does he think constitutes as a perfect hunt? Hey, that was a hunting ghost. Amanda, thank you for the 3-month prime. What in the hell? We have no audio. You know, this one I'm not really worried about a perfect game. At all. In the slightest. There's an imposter. Was that a mimic outside? Yeah, he said a perfect hunt and we're missing like everything. Literally like everything.
It's an event. It was an event. We're good.
For now.
What happened? Is it hunting or what?
Hey, what's up, AIM? See me on YouTube? Maybe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Friend fall down. What the hell? Oh, bitch. Friend fall down. Friend go boom.
Actually, I could take a photo there. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
You could take a picture of our friend's corpse that's downstairs.
Oh, what would count for more? EMF or the dead body?
You know, that's a great question. I would only hope that a dead body would be worth more than an EMF photo. He's in there. He died as he lived. Touche. Is he trying to leave right now when the ghost is hunting? Oh no. He's waving goodbye. I will play you a song. That was for you. Okay, I'm gonna go because everyone is not breathing anymore. Goodbye, my lover. Hey, she got Myling. Listen, you tell me one thing that I've done this entire time to make anybody unalive. Anything. Oh, hey.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
Guys, look out. They didn't hear me. Oh, that classic Myling. What a turd. Oh, everybody left. You sent him into the room. No, look, he was fine where he was. And then the ghost started hunting, so he went to the front door. Like, there's nothing I can do beyond that. I can't stop that from happening. It is what it is.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
Okay. No, the achievement was not for unaliving someone. The achievement was for finding a Myling because we're on the second account. You guys are rude. You guys are mean. Toaster Bandit.
He doesn't like it. Leon! Run! Run! He's gonna get you. Don't bite me. I'm trying to save you. Whatever. Get attacked by
Is
the baby.
something happening IRL right now?
Yeah, my kitten.
She's fending off 3 intruders and using her baby as a weapon.
Oh, that's fair. You know what? That's
I'm
creative.
grabbing him by his feet.
That's
and
creativity.
swinging.
I like it.
It's a teething baby too, so he's gonna start chewing through fucking everything.
Damn toddlers.
He's not even a toddler yet. That's the worst part.
Oh. That's all right. You just hold them out and just let them munch.
The toddlers aren't home.
Oh.
They're at a bar.
Oh, that's fair. What's their favorite drink?
Crown, vanilla, and root beer. They get it from their mama.
Damn. All right, that's fair.
If you've never tried it, try it.
I mean,
Nah,
if
I can only think
the
liquor's great.
toddlers like it, then I mean, it's got to be good.
Do I have a liquor
It
in
tastes
my
like
fridge?
a root beer. Do you have liquor in your fridge?
Come back, come back.
Oh, he's running.
I have some leftover whiskey.
Fuck yeah! Get drunk with me.
Yeah, let's throw some cocaine tonight. I mean, what?
I got the crack.
Hey, the baby's crying. I think it had too much. Tell it to slow down.
Oh, that was my cat.
That was your cat? That wasn't a baby? Like a person baby?
No, that was a cat baby.
What?
FlashForce? FlashForce, is that you?
Who's
Is that a child?
It's one of your. I'm a fan of you.
Yeah, I'm whoever you said. Nice to meet you.
Oh my god, it's FlashForce. Holy crap.
Ah.
Are
I
you?
know
I
who
love
that
snorting
is.
whiskey.
He is FlashForce. I don't know who that is. FlashForce, come on. I'm a fan of you, please.
Who's FlashForce?
I don't know. Sounds like a nerd. Oh,
I'm FlashForce.
You're not.
I am.
Oh my god.
We leave. Shit. Damn it, kid. You're killing me.
Bell's Diner.
Damn it, I'm gonna have to watch my mouth now.
This is the best day of my life, honestly.
Do you see what you
Yeah,
did?
that's what we're talking about right
Do you
here.
see what you did?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, my vision ain't been the same
I'm a
since
big
World War
fan of
III.
you.
Oh, stop it. You knock it off.
What?
I don't know what he's talking about. He's been drinking too. All right, let's go.
I'm a child.
Okay, she was literally feeding it to her toddlers. What's the difference?
No, they got it out of the fridge and drank it themselves.
Oh, I see. They're independent. I mean, that's pretty nice.
Climb the baby gate.
You know, it's really hard to tell whether you're talking about the cat or the baby. Like, it's really tough.
Baby.
Okay.
Why is your mic so fucking crystal clear like a radio announcer?
Just filters.
Mine? Oh, because he's FlashForce.
Stop it.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. They keep saying it. It's weird.
Would you not like to say it?
What?
Buddy, you're lagging in real bad.
We're just gonna agree with the child. Okay?
Good.
Right here.
Oh my. Oh, I had a camera. Oh, that's sad.
I got it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. I didn't even see the camera come out. Nice.
Oh my god.
I didn't either.
Got that fucking quick draw, yo.
Sure.
How old is this kid?
360
How
nose go.
old
Oh, hey,
are
hey,
you?
hey.
I'm a bit old.
How old? How bad do I need to censor myself right now?
There's so much happening at once. I don't know what's going on.
Leave the baby alone.
I'm freaking out.
He's happy.
Did he just say something about a testicle? What did he just say? Calden, thank you so much for the gifted, dude. Pascal, thank you for the 4 months.
I met the man of my dreams.
I see why there's a headphone warning now. Yeah.
It's not.
Ah, I get it. That was a good one. See what you did there, Freddy Krueger? You got it? I got it.
You know who
I'm
Freddy
Flash.
Krueger is?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Just hit him with that.
Flash, I have a girl on the phone. What should I say to her?
Waffles.
Have my babies. Okay, she's a child.
Okay, small waffles.
No, I should have my babies.
In here.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part. What did I just
So I
record?
take it you're like a YouTuber or a streamer?
No, I play the game a little bit. You know, just a little bit.
Flashy Flash?
Do you post
kid's killing
videos
me.
of you playing the game?
I don't know. Maybe. It's, you know what? I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm googling you.
Stop it! No, don't do it! Don't do it! Your eyes can't be unscrubbed from this. Don't do it! Don't do it! You're gonna hurt yourself.
I'm
Stop.
curious now. Oh my god. I need to know how popular you are.
Stop! Not very. Stop. To like not stop.
FlashForce is the most popular.
Oh shit! I turned the lights off. Sorry.
I don't know who that is, but
Oh my god! You don't know who Markiplier is?
What the fuck?
Yep, you guys, you're locked in there now.
FlashForce, I'm sorry, forgive me. I'm lightening this panda.
Oh, only 210,000 subscribers.
Stop,
No big deal.
No. That's another guy. I don't know who that is. God damn it. Deflect to Chinggis. I should deflect to Chinggis. That's a good idea. God, kid ruined everything. Hey, are they okay?
You have a new subscriber, FlashForce.
Thank you.
Flash, did I kill? Oh fuck! Shit.
One of your favorite maps? Diner's really good. You know what? You know what? I know why they're dead.
Help me! Fucking can't help me.
I know why they're dead. I never honked the horn. That's why.
FlashForce, I'm gonna subscribe.
You're
to you right
live
now.
right now?
I'm subbing to you
No.
right now.
Shit. I've been had. Oh no, what happened? Do we know what the ghost is? They fall down, they go boom. Oh, I don't have a smudge.
The world's best Phasmophobia
Where are you?
YouTuber.
Where are you?
He's the world's
Are you
best
here?
Phasmophobia
Where are you?
YouTuber.
It's from behind. Careful, SpongeBob.
Live stream right now.
I'm gonna take a picture of these cheeks though. Your butt did not go in vain. I took a photo. Give me this. All right. I have a smudge. It's trying to murder faces, so careful, SpongeBob. Okay.
Okay.
Did you just hit me with the? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we can talk about who you are in private.
It's fine. Whatever.
But I've been trying to join a server with you forever now.
Oh. Well, we'll have more games. I'm gonna have more viewer games soon. So there's always another chance for that too.
And like I'm like, I saw someone play this once, and I'm like, I want to like play this game. And I just kept watching and watching. Oh, it burned the cursey.
Hey, it's trying to kill you.
Oh, it is. You're right.
Oh, it's hunting.
I smudged it. Run.
Yeah.
Run. Run. Run.
I can't run. My
Yes, you can. Use your toes.
Flash it up.
Push your toes. Push up.
I can't run. Flashing.
Just gotta be faster than him. Just gotta be faster than him. Just gotta be faster than him.
Flashy, no, Flashy. Flashy, I'm dead.
I told him to lay off the pancakes. This is what happens.
Where is it? Is it right here? Like I
No,
thought?
it's down here. It spawned at the end of this hallway, all the way at the end.
Oh.
Like a turd.
I die.
Well, don't. Listen. I didn't tell him to follow me. I even tried to. I wasted my smudge. I burnt my smudge to try to keep them alive. And look where we are now, with dots.
Which part of the hallway is it at?
I don't know. Could be at any part of the hallway. I did say to run. I am not unaliving anyone. It is not my fault. Stop it. No, they are not. Oh, Shanna, thank you for the 1 year. Thank you, friend. All right.
Freezing.
Nice.
We have freezing spirit box. Do we have anything else?
We have orbs.
That's an unreal.
Unless it's a mimic.
Better not be a goddamn mimic.
I feel like we have to test for it. Why is it not hunting? You don't like that one? I see the orbs in the hallway, by the way. So it is definitely there. We're down to the kitten attack victim and the stealth. We absolutely can.
Thank ya.
Hi, Tom. They're so quiet now. They know. They know. Are they being hunted? Oh, they are. Hi, Tommy Tom. How are you, sir? We were trying to go undercover in lobbies, and it was fine until somebody showed up. We were, you know, just playing the game.
Are we sure it's not the twins?
If we have freezing spirit box and orbs, and you think it might be twins, then this might be a mimic.
It's also in the dining room where I had all that stuff set up before.
That's where it spawned?
It's blowing lights out, and I was getting a sound recording with it, but I think it started hunting. I think the hunt's over.
Yeah. I just walked in.
You have a lighter? I don't.
I does. I have a smudge too.
Try to come relight this lantern in the dining
It
room.
just walked in the salt over here by the side door.
I don't understand how it's blowing the lantern out here then.
Oh no. Oh no. Man. Why does everybody keep dying, man? All right, I'm gonna go on Rio, friends. Hi, Mel. It's not my fault. Listen, there is nothing I can do, okay? It is not my fault. Stop it. I'm trying my best, okay? Okay, the one kid, I tried to keep him alive. I smudged, but then he you know, well, you know. All right. Try harder. God damn it. Mel, thank you for the 47 months, friend. I was not offering up sacrifices. It's not my fault.
Welcome back. There's some jobs.
Flashy, I'm sorry. I was watching your live stream.
It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I appreciate you guys.
I have the girl on the phone that I was.
All right, make sure to tell her to
talking
enjoy
about.
small waffles, okay?
Enjoy small waffles.
There we go. Love you guys. Bye. It was going well for a couple games, Mel. And then somebody was in the game that then all of a sudden said my name. And I was like, shit. It ruined it. It ruined it. It's not my fault. That was funny, though. That was funny. They were all very nice. The two were extremely funny. Stream sniping. Need to disguise the voice. You know, we talked about that. Like the possibility of what I could do is I could use like this here. I could use this guy. Hold on. Hold on. I can't tell. Is that microphone on? Where's the light? What I could do is I could switch my in-game audio to my headset, to this right here. I'm wondering how that would sound to them in game. If that would sound okay or if it would not, you know? Now, what's gonna suck though, what's gonna screw with us a little bit, probably terrible, it's gonna be great. I should just join a lobby and ask them how my voice sounds. Yeah, we could just do a live test.
I've gathered a list of other
Let's just do a live test.
for help.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, it was good talking to you.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
The mic is muted on the headset? Okay. Then I guess I'm the asshole. That's fine. I couldn't remember if it was the red that was muted or not. The red light's muted. Got it.
Other hunters asking for help.
Hello? Hey, quick question. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. How does it sound? Does it sound like I could use some work, like the microphone?
It sounds pretty clear to me.
Okay.
Oh, it fell.
What I couldn't tell. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Do I have any mods that are available in Phas right now by chance?
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
They said sounds pretty clear, but I don't know. Phoenix, would you be able to join a lobby with me and let me know how it sounds in game? Is that possible, please? In Phas right now? What I just need to know if it's this microphone that's coming in here or if it's this one, and what it's actually using is the microphone for my sound settings. Is today the last day to get the standard badge? No. You have until the 25th. Yeah, you have until the 25th. Come in and see. My exception. Yeah. All right, we're going to do a quick check, friends. Hold, please. Hold, please. Thank you guys for the follows. Honorable, thank you for the subs, friend. All right. All right. Gotta send them on it. All right, what we're testing is we're testing the audio to see if it's this. Check. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes the way we want it to. You know what? We're gonna send it to Mel too, just in case if she's farting around in Phasmo. Hello.
Oh, it's definitely your headset.
Okay, but the person responded and they were like, "Oh no, it sounds pretty clear to me."
Well, it does sound clear, but
It's clear, but it's definitely a
does
headset?
not sound professional. It's
Awesome.
definitely a headset.
It's
It
definitely
sounds good
not
though.
your stream
Okay.
But
at all.
it doesn't sound like you would normally sound. It
Okay.
definitely sounds different.
Awesome. The perfection. Okay, they worried me.
Oh wait, I was about to trip out. I'm like, who's Boo? Wait,
You're like, who is
Hi, Boo. Boo, it's me. Well, thank you
All right,
guys.
good luck. Happy hunting.
Thanks. We'll see how it goes. Have fun in Faz, whatever you're doing. Bye. All right, so it works. Okay, so that's good. We're fine. So we're Gucci. So we don't want to risk having like too nice of a sounding microphone. So now I can just use my headset mic, and they wouldn't know the difference. They wouldn't know. Yeah. Thank y'all for the follows. I appreciate it. Thank you. Shawshank, thank you for the 5 months. All right. We have 20 minutes until ads, so we're doing okay. Now you just need to hide what lobby you're joining. Oh, you know what? I could do that. That's actually a really good point. Treat it like Shroud and them joining like drops. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Oh no, that's a custom game. I don't want that. Learning from experiences? That's right. Well, I thought we'd be fine, but apparently not. Jinx, thank you so much for the gifted, dude. Thank you. Snipey, yeah. Sniper, no sniping. That's right. All right, let's see here. Oh, God. I don't think I wanted to go in here, but I did. Oh, well. Hello?
Oh, another person.
Hey.
Finally.
People joining and leaving?
Nobody's joining.
No,
Wow.
nobody joined.
There's
We've been
like
here for
9 pages.
25 minutes. Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm ready to rock.
Cool.
Ready to
right.
rock.
That's what they say, or so I've heard. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you. So right now, they don't hear this microphone. They hear this microphone. We're doing a test.
Waiting on you, Mooney.
Where do you guys want to go? Jesus Christ.
We can start basic.
Basic's
This
okay.
is our
Basic
first
good.
game of the night. Basic good.
Basic good.
Oh, someone finally joined?
Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was taking a nap.
Oh, wake up.
Okay, but you can take off your stuff. And my stuff.
It's not my stuff. Let them live. It's not me. What are you talking about? Cookie Muncher? I mean, listen, I don't shame people. They're trying to figure out how to take away all their stuff, and I think they're doing it one by one, which is... Body count rising. Stop it. Group sounds too young to... Okay. Listen, dude. Listen. How often do you guys normally play?
Me, not too often.
Yeah.
Mooney, just kind of a no life.
Yeah.
Bitch, I barely play this game. I literally only
the
play it
only
when
game
somebody
she likes
else
to
plays
play.
it, and he's really the only person who actually plays.
She forces into it against my will.
Ah, now it all makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I don't have any choice in this matter.
Help them survive?
She beats me.
Oh, with what?
Yeah. My
Uh,
penis.
What the hell, amigo?
With your what?
yeah.
Huh?
What the hell? I'm gonna keep my distance.
Yeah, yeah,
Take two, bro.
you should.
I don't want to be near you.
All right. I'm glad I'm glad some of us are on the same page.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she knows where I lives.
Oh, yikes.
It knows where I live.
You might want to put an extra lock on that door, dude.
No, I didn't. Against my will.
That's what you want to say.
Thank you.
You might want to, like, storm down an Airbnb or something.
Yeah, but you might need child support too.
Child support?
No, I'm probably just gonna hang myself.
Oh, that's interesting. All right.
I don't think there's any other way out of it. I'm already scarred. Too late for me.
Right.
Hi, Moon.
ladies. Hold on.
I wrap it around me like a cloak. Ah, I get it. So it doesn't get caught in the spokes when you're riding your bike.
Hello, ladies.
Shut your ass.
Hey, watch your fucking mouth.
What?
These guys are vulgar.
What? What did I miss?
I said hello, ladies, and he said, shut the fuck up.
Guys, you're
I'm
tearing
with
this
him on
family
this.
apart, okay? Orbs, front bedroom. Mommy and Daddy are fighting again. Potty mouths, I know. So,
You gonna answer my question?
So what's happening in here?
Looney? I'm asking what this thing is, and she's not responding to me.
Oh, this
What
is
that?
this is the butt checker.
Oh, okay. So, hold on.
Yep, definitely a
Hold
butt.
still, okay?
It's turning off my light. I have to get
Yep.
immersed.
It's still there, right? Okay, good.
Oh.
Nope, I'm already dying in there alone. Mooney.
Oh,
I hate you, Mooney.
this relationship is an interesting one, you know.
She's mean to
Quite
me.
the dynamic. How long to get the drops?
Is
2
that
hours.
What they call it?
Dale is.
Did you the look that they gave the camera when the dots went by?
Leave it in the truck.
Sorry, I'm losing it. The look that they gave the camera when the dots kid went walking by was like a TV show. That was good. Oh man. All right, we have orbs and dots. Perfect timing. That was too good. They just went. Oh, gross. Ew. Dot child. Ugh. Gross. Ugh. Do we have a photo of that gross kid? No, not yet. All right. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. It's going to show up and I'm going to get it. I'm going to 360 no scope this little nerd. Ooh. Oh no, it's not showing up. I think it's nervous. Ooh. Don't mind if I do.
I knew it was a day, bro.
Yikes.
Oh.
It's angry. It's all in Ray. It's angry. What the hell are they going to do with that? You might want to run. Smudged. All right, it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. I did my job. I did my job. Dot Kid has wheels. Good grief, dude. Did somebody use the cursed possession? This is a long hunt. Thought it slowed down. I think it's slowed down because of either salt or a smudge. We have all the evidence. It's dots, orbs, and writing. It's a they.
They broke the Ouija board.
Yeah, that hunt
was
seemed
not
a
us,
little
bro. That was
long.
not us.
That was not
Bitch,
us,
I
Moody.
came downstairs
You're
and I saw that
projecting
shit
right now.
glowing on the floor.
You're projecting right
I
now.
kind
I
of want
saw
to stay here
somebody's
and try to
arm
get them
poke
killed
out
in the
of the
next
little
round.
wooden thing. Turn the
Yeah.
corner, I see you two kissing.
Damn, dude. Damn, didn't even invite anybody to watch? That's rough.
That's what I'm saying. I would have at least recorded.
Hi, joystick. Right? We could sell that. Or at least like a $5.
Even
At least for like $5.
book instantly.
They lived. Yeah.
There wasn't even a question asked before it blew up.
We still need to get below 25% though. We need to do the thing. Let's go.
Easy. So
Are you juggling? What is that?
Jorking it.
Jorking it.
Jorking it.
You might want to like remove the microphone away from it. You're gonna chafe. I kind of want them to get caught. I kind of want them to get caught. I borderline want to make it happen. Just do it. It's in your DNA. Get out of here. I feel like it would do them good, you know? Been loving the vids. Appreciate it, man. And that explains why the ghost just tried to hunt. If I lure it into the garage, I can pop that locker open. I kind of want to. Please do it. I kind of want to. Jinx, thank you so much for the gifted, by the way. Thank you guys for the follows. Cool. There's nothing I can help you with, dude. I'm not running ads. It'd be super funny because you know they wouldn't expect it. Oh, setting the mood. All right.
Set in the mood. I'm gonna get real steamy in here. Ain't all those exhaust fumes.
I feel like it might be needed.
Or give me a second.
What is this guy doing? What?
Be funny if the ghost comes right at us, bro.
I didn't hear what the hell you just said. Like, aggressively attack. Like,
Howdy.
I'm convinced that you're just like angry every now and then, and you're just like backhanding your microphone. I'm convinced.
What's going on in here?
You're not invited. Leave.
This fuck.
That's right. We'll have a friend in a second. Hold on.
I've got the candlelight vigil ready.
All right. Here, I'll sit over here so it knows where we are.
Turn your flashlight off.
Wait, why would I want to do that? I want to be able to see you guys, though. Uh-huh. The candle's not enough. Look. See?
Camera time.
Well, the ghost ain't gonna do anything out there. I can't take murder into my own hands. I can't do it because they used the Ouija board already. It's good advice. Cheeves always has the best advice. Did they do the test for the age? No. No, they broke the Ouija board.
No.
Yeah, that worked out really well. You have to learn how to do it better. You'll be fine.
The way you got like pushed inside.
What I should do? I kind of want to just. I kind of want to go back. All right, going back in. They would be trolls. Sounds good to me. Here. Check the house. All right, give me a second. But there's a ghost in here.
Oh, wow. Well, you're telling me that there's a ghost in that house the entire time? What?
Is it this person? This person's a
Thank you
douche.
for telling me.
You're welcome. It's okay.
No.
Trying so hard. I know. What you jackass? I don't care. Bring him some caulk? No. Join this should do it more often. Listen, you're gonna find all kinds of people, all sorts of people, right? Some are gonna be winners, some are not. What I should do when it starts hunting, I'll leave the lobby. First streams, welcome in. Amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Belly, thank you for the freaking sub. So I got to be careful. Listen, again, it's some are going to be your speed. Some people like that, and that's absolutely fine. There's no problem with that.
I've gathered a list of other hunters asking for help.
Can only talk to Flash with premium. I don't know what the hell that means. Mostly worried about the kinds of people you yell. Honestly, I'm not that worried about it, Mel. The amount of people you're going to run into like that are very few and far between. And if you do, you just report and move on. Yeah. And the easiest thing to do, honestly, is to report your player log, because by doing that, it doesn't matter what they change their Steam to. It will go back to their Steam and they'll get banned. So they'll have to spend more money to get the game again. Yeah. That's the best thing you can do. All right. I do have ads coming. We're going to go ahead and do it, friends. I have ads. So 3 minutes. I do it every hour, so that way we do not have any pre-rolls. So if you're not sub, don't have turbo, I wait in the lobby right here so you guys don't miss anything. 3 minutes. Is it my anniversary tomorrow? Wait, my anniversary for what? I mean, no. Whatever it might be. No. No. I have zero faith. You know, you got to go for it every now and then, you know? You got to go for it. But like one of the last times that I did do it was awesome. And we actually had a lot of fun. And but like the majority of the people that I've run into today have been good. Yeah. So it's just, again, you never know. Or you only hang out with friends like Epic and I do. Listen, that's what I do the most, like most of the time. But yeah, it's all been good, man. It's all been good. You heard something? No. On Sunday, I'm doing a 12-hour stream. No, Sunday, I'm doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate 100K on Twitch. Yeah. So not an anniversary. Do community days like twice a year. I usually do community days once a month. Typically. This is not counting as a community day because it's not planned. It's not like inviting you guys in. If it was, then that would be a different story. No, you're fine. I might have said that, honestly. No, not a 48-hour stream. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? Got like a minute 15, friends. I was lurking when I heard gonna have to watch the bot. I didn't even hear him. I just don't care. Yeah. People like the last people I just played with. You're gonna find people like that, man. I don't know, they're like trying to impress each other, which is interesting. One of them might have been live or something. Maybe that's why they were talking like that. It's always possible. I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say. It's times when I work. Charity, sometimes I do them during the week and sometimes I do them on the weekend. It just depends. I check them all. They aren't. Or none of those names. Okay. Yeah. I got you. No, all's well. I'm not worried if they are, but yeah, the way that they were talking. Interesting. What happens when you leave the lobby during a ghost hunt? The ghost should stop hunting. Yeah, it should have just stopped. All right, we got like 5 seconds left. Ads are about to be done. Ads are about to be finished. All right, let's do this. Default. Boo-da-ba-doo. Let me back out and try this again. There we go. I have to keep yelling for you to come back out, not realizing you had left. Oh, that'd be even better. Oh, that would be so much better, right?
Oh god.
Hello?
Oh man, this is just P Nando to me.
What the fuck did he just say?
Welcome back.
like, people do realize that private lobbies exist, right? That's one of the big reasons that people get kicked, is because someone's waiting for someone to join, and rather than a private game and invite them, they just keep kicking and kicking and kicking until they get the person they need. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I honestly don't think that they know either. I think you're right, Rafa. I don't think that they know. I don't think that they know that it exists. Hello?
Hello?
How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Good. Just hanging out.
Hmm.
5. How old is this person?
It's good to hear.
I'm hiding the line.
Welcome back.
Nope.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Nope. Very polite. Extremely polite. And I was very polite back to them. I was very polite back. To be very clear. Do I get kicked?
At least we have a spot for Barry.
Do I need to leave and give a spot for Barry? I can. Listen, if you guys are waiting on somebody, I understand.
Boo.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You sound like pretty offended by it. I'm almost tempted to play a
No,
game
it's
with you.
okay. Listen, it's fine. I can go somewhere else. It's okay.
Dude, at least give me a little smooch before you fucking leave.
Well,
We know
damn, dude, you
we're
didn't
on
buy
good
me dinner.
terms.
No, thank you. Not gonna hope for Barry and not ask me for a smooch.
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
I know you guys. I know you. I know you guys can't see what's happening. I'm just trying to not show it yet. Private lobby. It's interesting. It's quite a dynamic that I guess people don't understand is real. I don't know what is wrong with people. I honestly don't have an answer for you. I don't have a clue. Let's try this one. No, this one. This one. Okay. But they don't read the instruction man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep the music paused because I'm about to keep on pausing and all that jazz. It's fine. Oh, game is full. F me. It's fine. This one. Oh, game is full. Why are they here? God damn it. Watch, I'm gonna get kicked. Hello?
Hi.
How's it going? Oh God, that's my equipment. Do you guys want me to take equipment out? Oh, we're all pretty close to level, huh?
Oh.
I can upgrade a couple things, but not too much. He wants a tier 3 person to join.
I can put in tier 2 crucifixes.
Okay. I'll remove my stuff. Hey Shrimp, how are you? Welcome in. Shamrock, thank you for the 26 months. They're so quiet. Okay, they're not saying anything. They're super chatty group, literally saying nothing. Okay, all right. I don't need chatterboxes, but damn, I mean, we talk about something. Staring at the badge, hoping to go away. It's like, just kick me. You want a tier 3 sugar daddy, and I understand, and that's totally fine. I get it. Just be honest with me. Oh God. laughing at me.
No, I just feel like life's just messing with me.
What do you mean?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened? I mean, it sounded like I was worried the second I joined.
No, just looking at my Amazon cart is all.
Oh God. Oh, that's why you're worried. Oh. It fills up fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys been playing a lot tonight, or are you just starting?
I started.
Nice. Did Christmas shopping today?
I've been
Nice.
playing for a while, but I can keep going.
Cool. No, I've not done the wheel. No, I'll do the wheel after like a game, like after this one. When we back out, I'll do the wheel.
I think I lost all my shit.
Oh no! Where'd it go? Was it in his Amazon card?
It was in his Amazon card.
Oh, that happens.
Oh, give me my shit back.
Not again. Oh, okay. There. I fell victim to Amazon just earlier today. No, Mel, it's funny. People were asking that, like, are you going to tell them who you are at the end? Are you going to ask for that stuff? I was like, I'm trying to just keep it a nice casual test to just see how the lobby is without arising any suspicions of like, oh, this person might stream or, oh, they might do this or this. So I'm keeping it on the down low. It's only once I've been called out, but I was also using this microphone right now. The way they hear me through this. So it doesn't sound as, they did a good luck honk. Did you see that? So if things arise naturally, that's a different story. Trying to self promo. Yeah, I know. And I don't want to do that. I'm not here to tell them like, hey, I stream. I'm here to just play the game.
Power's on.
Thank you. What the hell? Okay. Couldn't turn it on there for a second. Was that the ghost? No, that was.
Oh, what was that? Was that bathroom?
It chucked the menu over here. Oh yeah. It's like 4 degrees Celsius in here.
In the dining room.
Biggest mistake was getting approved for a Prime card. We've been really good about our cards. We've been really, really good. This menu sucks. I'm out of here. 3 different orders for Christmas gifts. Oh boy. Well, let's bring in all the stuff for him. Bring in all the treats. It's getting cold, so we might get freezing. I'm going to keep a smudge on me just in case. This group seems like a pretty good group, though. Seems pretty good. Ruin the fun? Yeah. I'm just a casual, just playing the game. Anything? Called out by a kid, I know.
Cold over here.
Well, this entire thing is one room. So like over there and then over here, around this is one room.
Okay.
Every single one I was kicked. As soon as I joined, maybe based off level, it's silly. It's very silly. Ghost, we need a photo of you. I mean, we don't, but I want one anyway.
Okay, 1 degree.
Ooh. Almost freezing. Keep them alive. Ghost, you turn on the fan. Maybe I'd go on a boner hunt while this is going down.
You got the camera?
Me.
Drop the camera.
Oh, did it get to freezing? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely.
That's what. All right, you can have the camera.
I got
just
you.
so
Yeah,
I can
you're
take
good.
A picture of it.
Got you. I'm gonna go find the bone while we're at it. Actually.
Turn the light off.
Hope for this crew, yeah. Boner required. We have a box of music.
Fuck.
They really don't like the music box. All right. Anything else? Ghosty, do nothing? Ghosty, do things. Did somebody hurt you with a music box in the past?
How old are you?
Footsies? No footsies. Okay.
Nothing.
Josephine Garcia, are you here? Where are you?
This is pro. We should be getting 2 more. I know, literally saying nothing. Which is fine, man. Listen, when you're just casually playing, you're just in a groove, you're not trying to sit here and jibber jabber the whole time, you know? Some are, but some are not. And that's totally okay.
Oh, here's another camera.
Other camera. Oh. It's not doing much, is it? Is this a shade?
It's probably a shade.
Oh, woof. Not everyone's super outgoing. Yeah. That's okay. They're silent because there's a ghost, dude. I bet if you guys leave that room, that ghost's going to write in that book. At what point does the team stop hearing your voice? I believe as soon as you enter the death room. I think as you enter the... What the hell? Oh, as you enter the death room, I believe that's when the choking's happening and they can't hear you. I think. I'll be a van princess. Listen, I asked, well, there's someone in the room right now. If this is a shade, it's not going to do anything because there's somebody in the room. Join with other people. I don't know. I'm silent. Yeah, that's okay. And that's fine. There's no requirement to be like, you know, overly talkative. There's no requirement for it. I bet this is a shade. Someone in the room is someone in the adjacent room. I know. Yep. Quiet is better than rude. That's 1,000,000%. Somebody just die? Oh, that was an event. I'm assuming it still hasn't.
EMF 5.
Which means we're probably going to get ghostwriting. Wonder if they're aware of the room boundaries. Well, that's why I told them about the other room up front, so that way they would understand. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the biddies. Fast tumbleweed. Uh-oh. Careful, SpongeBob. I didn't realize I could. Why didn't I realize there's a window I could look in here? Is everyone okay?
Over.
Maybe.
Maybe. Where to start hunting from?
Where'd the cross go? It's right here. Okay, move that into here.
Yeah, EMF 5. Yeah. So we have EMF 5 and freezing, and we're probably going to get writing. But we're not going to get it if someone's in the room with the ghost. So the question is ghost there or here? It's over there.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's a shade.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a stinky.
Classic shade.
Classic. So scared to play with people because they've been so mean because of the level. I can only hope that it's only every now and then that you run into somebody like that. People being, I don't know. People being elitist because they're a higher level than someone else in a game like Phaz is just cringe and weird. Have shades been kind of finicky? I've had shades give me evidence with me and my friend in the room. So like what just happened to us, I assume what probably happened to you is the shade was actually in the bathroom. It was not inside of the hallway when it wrote in the book. That's why. It can't write in the book if you're in the room with the ghost. Like if we're in here, this is the ghost and me, and it's gone. Then it can't write. But if it walks out of the room and it's within range of the ghost book, then it can. Right, it's not a competition, but people, I don't know, they treat it as such. And the people that usually treat it like that are people that are not good at FPS games, and that's why they do it here. Am I going to buy the Steam machine? I really don't have a reason to. Unless I want to play Steam games upstairs, which would not probably be the case. I don't know what we're doing. Are we going for perfect game? Treat people with your level like cheaters because they're... you're going to get it both ways, man. You're going to get it where you're such a low level, people don't want to play. And then you're such a high level that people don't want to play. I'm very intrigued by the VR though. I am intrigued by that. I mean, it looks like they're trying to do more stuff. It's a shade. I have zero interest of trying to do a perfect game. Eh?
Also, what all references do we have? I know
It's a shade. We have EMF, writing, and freezing. It's going to be a real pain to try and get all the media with that thing not doing anything with people in the room.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't be that bad other than the audio, right? If everyone just leaves the room, maybe just do the video.
Yeah, I mean, we could get like, if we put the writing book in the room and then step out of the room, it'll probably write in the book. It's just a matter of having to be close enough to get the stuff in time, which can be a huge pain with this stinky ghost. Hey, DJ. Use the music box. Good. But we don't have tier 3, and it would start hunting, and I don't want a chance risking their lives. Yeah. I don't normally go for perfects with a shade, but I don't want to tell them not to play the game, you know? I mean, I could go in there and try to be helpful. They could use some help with audio and with video. Test out PSVR later. Do it. Do it. Now you care for their lives? Well, like, listen, I'm just sitting in the truck. I was being a pretty little van princess. Oh, well, princess. What do we got?
Got 2 voice recordings so far.
Nice.
Need 1 more.
I've only got 1 video.
1 video. Is Ghosty in the hallway or is it in that room?
It hasn't.
Active when whoever's wearing the white shirt left.
It's 1.2 in this hallway. Yeah, it's definitely in here.
Hasn't tripped the sensor near the door. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, well, princess.
There it is.
All right, so you've got the motion sensed. We could probably get some salt. I'm gonna get more stuff.
Yeah, go get salt.
Yeah, I'm gonna get salt. I'm also gonna get more firelights and place them in different rooms. All right, try to be helpful. We'll do our best. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in, friends. Have you decided what you're playing for celebration stream on Sunday? A lot of Phaz. I'm definitely gonna be playing Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Outside of that, I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna bring firelights and some salt.
How the fuck do you turn your head camera on?
What?
How do you turn your head? Keep walking. I'll come with.
Oh, the light.
Hey,
So
turn your head camera.
your flashlight button, hold it. Long press.
No. But I mean, like the actual to record head cam.
Oh,
because no one
no.
has it on.
So that is a tier 1 piece of gear, the camera.
Oh,
this is just a flashlight. It's a headlamp.
And that's kind of gay. That's the lamest shit.
Listen, it would be OP. It'd be too much.
Wah, wah, wah.
That's right, wah wah.
Suck my nuts, bitch.
All right, I'm gonna put some in different rooms. Maybe Ghosty will blow those out and we get a video of it. Photos are good. He still needs an audio. How? You're telling me this ghost hasn't done any audio since I've been gone? Where'd the ghost at? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, what she said. Oh, can we delete that sound, please? God damn it.
Damn it.
It laughed again. So funny, right? Ghost, will you please? Using the music box isn't going to do any good. Our sanity is so low. Actually, wait, yes, it would. You right. Hey, you got that video camera, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. You ready to capture a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that tier 3 crucifix? Because this is probably just going to make it instant because our sanity is absolutely crushed.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to wait for that motion sensor to go off and do it just to be safe.
I'll just turn the damn thing on.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, wait, no, just put it behind you. Yeah.
Okay, it's
there
good.
we go. Cool.
It's out of sight.
Out of sight. All right, Ghosty, come on. It's pissed at us now. It's just leaving. I do it, but you know what's going to happen. I'm going to do this and it's going to be out of range. Ghost, where did you go? Ghosty? Did you go back into here? Hey, LaDarsha, what's up? Oh, wait. Oh, it's either...
No, it's still in here.
Is it? Okay.
Still very, very cold.
All right, ready? Going. Nice. All right, so got the audio. We need 3 videos. Okay, I'm gonna place some salt down. Would you
Get some salt.
I got some right here. All right, I'm gonna lay in 1, a 2, a 3. There we go. Ribs, thank you for the raid. Welcome in. It'll come back eventually. One of these days. Is there another video camera somewhere? Where? There. Burn Cruci. Come on. No one's in that room. You can blow it out. How the lobby's treating you. It's been okay. It's been okay. This crew's a little bit on the quiet side. But that's okay.
Got it.
Nice. Kind of hoping it'll hit this firelight because there's no one in there. Or you just take it away from me and put it in the ghost room where we are, where it can't blow out a firelight. That's fine too. Gotta go get the kids to sleep. No worries, Bella. You're good, friend. Appreciate you. Mustard pancakes. Listen, that I will be honest with you. I made that from my phone. So that was artificially made. If I like that, I'm going to get it made by somebody. I'm actually going to hire an artist. Get the firelight from the van. We technically could. This is very true. Is that all we need? No, we need 2. Unfortunately, they really want to be in there. So it is what it is. It's okay. Just got the game on Xbox. Nice. Nice. Great, Nate. Welcome in. Oh, hey, how are you?
Hi.
Just hanging around. It needs to blow out that firelight right there. Oh, writing. Oh, get it.
But we
Nice.
already have enough.
Wait, do we have enough?
Too much.
Oh, too much. Double the writing. Double the fun. Hey, can we delete? Oh, wait. If we can delete that video, that'd be great. It was a hunting ghost, by the way. It's hunting our friend right now. But we can't record that video unless that other gets deleted.
Womp
Womp womp. Oh, there it is. Okay. Is it still hunting or done? Oh, it's still going. Maybe we'll get the hunting ghost. Come on. You can do it, Ghosty.
Oh.
Wait, is it done?
No. We should get booty cams.
Over. Damn, man. I would have gotten hunting ghost.
Stinky ghost writing. We have smudges. We can try again. All right. Going in. Can't wait for somebody to get your response on the spirit box.
I'll hang out outside the room again.
You got this. That also would have worked. Subaru. What the actual fuck? Did they get the video? Oh, they got the fire extinguisher. Oh, Jesus. It's Rhonda. I don't want any. No. Yee. Oh my God. What the hell? Subaru, thank you for the subs, homie. Holy hell. Everybody alive?
We're good.
Hell
Get outta
yeah.
here.
Oh, celebratory cream. Let's go.
Whipping it.
We bear gifts for you.
That kind of stinky.
Oh. Hey, he worked really hard on this. Yeah, he did. He spent all night working on that.
You know how hard it is to milk carbonated?
Yeah. You realize how long it took him to fill that?
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Nice. Well done, team. GG's. All right, let's spin the wheel.
Jobs ready for you.
Let's let's spin the wheel. All right. Chase, thank you for the 9 months. Subaru, thank you, dude. Do. You know, overall, like, for the most part, the lobbies have been good. We had one lobby. I'd say we had one lobby that was questionable. One. A singular one. Hey, K Mike, how are you? Late to the party? Beth, you're okay, friend. No worries. K Mike, thank you for the gifted. What will it be? Five gifted. Oh, Nicole, thank you for the subs, friend. Oh, well, I guess I'll join that train as well. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. If it decides to load. There we go. Why is the site loading so slowly? What is going on? Oh, it's gonna register each one as a single one. I'm gonna need to cancel it. All right, there we go. Well, if you got gifted, GG's, dude. Round and round it goes. Ah, we'll just let him play. It's fine. It's fine. Didn't do the challenge mode this week? What do you mean? Didn't do the challenge mode this week? What? No, I did. It's posted. It's on YouTube. What do you mean? Alt account, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you see this. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I read two together. Yep, nope, you're good. You're good. Yeah, this is the alt account. It's because I didn't want people to see my name and associate it with anything. So that was the main reason. Yeah. Nicolati, thank you for the biddies. My word. Not confident enough to do a challenge. Hey, this one is actually not a bad one to do. This one's actually pretty good because the ghosty is really slow. Yes, it's going to be a little bit different because the speeds are going to be different, but you can pace away from the ghost. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, Drifter, thank you for the subs. Well, shit. When in Rome, I suppose. Well, this is next. I enjoy the challenge modes because it's not a big deal to die. Right. It doesn't matter if you die. Exactly. It does make them way more fun. Loving the challenge to practice, IDing without all the evidence since the ghost didn't leave us alone long enough to collect it all. Yeah, that's fair. Very fair. Sissy, good morning, friend. La Darsha, thank you for the biddies. Mr. Nobody, I hope the streams have been good, dude. All right. We need to spin the special wheel. And in doing so, we need to figure out who exactly is going to be the person that gets it. So, if you're confused, whenever we reach this goal over here twice, we do the limited time merch wheel, which means that you have the chance to win the limited Thanksgiving merch that is only available via this wheel. So if you guys type !turkey inside of the purple side, you could possibly win. I'm going to give you guys 60 seconds to do so. 60 seconds starting now. You know, this was a good idea. This right here, that's a good idea. Now I know, just future reference, if I want to do it again, don't use this microphone. Get this guy out there because then people aren't going to notice as much, especially. You have 25 seconds. 25 to type !turkey. 25. Yes, and it is only on the purple side. We cannot do cross-platform giveaways yet. Not yet. Maybe one of these days we'll figure out a way to do it, but for now, it is tough. All right. Get out. Get out. How do you know if you're in? Did you type !turkey? Because if you did, then yes, you're in. Yeah. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I still gotta send Ninja the link for the apron. Still gotta get on it. But I will, I promise. I will do it. Marcus Boyd, let's go. GG's, Marcus. GG's, my dude. G's and cheese, friend. Let's figure out what it is that you're gonna get. All right, let's figure it out. Thank you guys for the hype train. Thank you. The next person, oh no, Annie. Marcus, what do you want? Whatever's on that wheel, friend, you tell me, which one do you want? The choice is yours. Hoodie, you got it. Do you want, now I gotta ask you, do you want a hoodie that has the logo full front, or do you want a hoodie that has the pocket logo with the full logo on the back? I have both. Which do you prefer? Surely Marcus wants it all. Full front, you got it. GG's, friend. I'll make sure to get you the giveaway link. GG's. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Where were we? Where were we?
Looks like there are others out there in need of help.
Me. I'm the one that needs the help. It's me. Jessica.
Bro, that demon spawned right behind me and I backed right into it.
Ha.
Hello?
He was a demon as soon as that guy died at the very start, though. Like, he died so quickly.
Dude, when I got on at 8 o'clock, which
8
is
o'clock,
it's now 3 o'clock. I mean 12 o'clock. I was level 7 or 6. I mean. I got on 4 hours ago and I'm now level 21. I was level 8. I mean 6.
Can I just say Buttlicker 9000 being level 69? I don't know why they're still here. They should never play again. That's perfection.
I know.
Ew.
I don't want to leave it.
Dang, whose mic just blew up?
Jesus Christ. Are you okay?
So the
Wait, we don't
FBI
have-
just busted in.
We don't have anything in the truck, guys.
That's fine. We'll be fine.
Here, I'll put some stuff.
Ah, we'll be all right.
What's up, shorty? Like work.
Ranger card is cool.
What?
It is pretty cool. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's your mic.
Dude,
They can't-
why do we
they-
at least have 2 crucifixes? 'Cause
They
that's
can
all I
hear me.
care about.
They were responding to me. What do you mean? Yeah, they could hear me.
Good.
It's not my mic. Oh, no, that wasn't me.
Really got 2 flashlights? Oh,
Ah, it's fine.
It's fine.
No.
It's
I never
fine.
use flashlights.
Alright, whatever. I don't know how to do it. Josh.
I don't know. I tried to, but yeah. I thought you put your mic up and off. No. I pulled this guy. I pulled it out here so that way they could hear me. Yeah.
Equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be careful.
All right. When in Rome, yeah. Give me this. Give me this. There's no more lighters. Okay, sounds good. You won't throw it. I just heard that. Oh. Boosty. It's in there. It's doing stuff. Careful, SpongeBob. Ever fix the hand soap? You know what?
I got EMF in the back left room.
You know what? I don't know if they did or not.
Or like, it was
Check. Wait, is my microphone working okay? Let me see.
Yeah,
Hold on.
for sure. It's 4 degrees here.
Gotta do the ghost death noises on him. I don't think it'll do anything. I just want you to know you're doing great. I don't know what he's doing. It just sounds like he's juggling his microphone. I'm not sure what the hell's happening. Hey, Defini, what up, homie?
Do we got any evidence?
Not yet.
EMF 5. Yeah, EMF 5, that's it so far.
Yeah, EMF 5, guys.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was just checking. What? Like, this is not the first person that was like this.
Dude, I only had
Like, I... You relay the information to literally everybody, but they feel the need to go over the walkie and be like, hey, by the way, guys, just want to let you know. We got this too. Like, if you guys are old enough to remember the movie Coneheads, like David Spade's character, whenever he would like take the credit for things, he's like, I think I found something, sir. It's literally this guy. Like, why? By the way, y'all, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You know how much it, like, it almost pains me to not want to just pick up that music box and just... This is where it began. This is where it all started. When I learned how to do the music box grenade, this is where I
have a hard suspicion that it's a shade. It's not doing shit.
Yeah, it was at 32 and then
went up.
We got freezing.
said we have freezing.
Step out of the room for a sec. See if it's a shade. Step out of the room.
What's he gonna do?
Well, if he steps out of the room, the ghost will then start doing stuff.
Shades don't do anything if you're in the room.
Wait, do you have any other evidence?
Just EMF 5 right now. We'll get ghost writing in a second, like that right there. Choose violence. Listen.
Should I just spawn in the ghost with the jukebox?
I can do it.
We have a picture camera, right?
I got you. We could check. We should have a camera. I just heard someone take a picture.
Yeah, I got one.
We got ghost writing, freezing, and
Someone
EMF
video
5.
it too. Someone video it too when he spawns it in.
That's 100% shit.
Alright, yeah, I'm in the truck.
All right. 25. Prevent a hunt with crucifix. Well, we can't prevent the hunt with this, but you know, we can still make stuff happen. All right, you ready?
Yeah, put it in front of the door.
I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna start it over here so that I can walk over and get the event.
No, put it in front of the camera.
Well, it's gonna instantly spawn. Okay. Hey, look, a shade event.
I got it.
Buy that guy some time. Okay. Groovy.
We're chilling.
Wait, nobody's dead, right?
Nope. Hey, you guys have freezing. Thanks. You guys are great. I appreciate all the help. Looks like a gamer with that headset, Mike. Listen.
It didn't burn the crucifix. It just went straight to hunting.
Well, yeah, because it's a tier 2 crucifix. Yeah. He told me to put it right in front of the door, so I listened. Looped his ass. Get looped on.
What else we gotta do? Get sanity below 25.
Yeah, 25's, I mean, that's going to be annoying because everyone's super high sanity. Especially Josh.
Josh be popping pills, bro.
Oh, wow, dude. We told him about that. Josh, drugs are bad and cool.
Wait, are we good? What's going on?
He was looking at the objectives, and they look annoying with the ghost we have. Hi, Chabes. Goddamn, Josh.
Oh, we just gotta get
So-
your sanity down.
Right. People popping pills, which kind of prevents that from happening.
Yeah, who the fuck's popping pills?
Josh. Go yell at Josh. Go. Go yell at him. Yes, go yell at him.
Why would you take sanity pills, Josh?
I didn't take sanity pills. Oh, yeah, you're right. I did.
I didn't take sanity pills either. I just was staying in the trailer so I didn't die because I was AFK.
We trusted you, Josh. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, Josh,
not.
perfect, dude.
It's Ken's fault. He made me do it.
They're gonna go sit in here and passively drain sanity to get to 25. You do realize we're gonna have to go sit inside of this building for like 30 minutes to passively drain to 25, right?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Josh.
Way to go, Josh. Wow, dude.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Josh. Over.
Really ruined it for us, Josh. Over.
I can't believe you, Josh. Over.
Hiding that corner is not going to help you, Josh. Over.
Oh, I get it.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Over.
This is absolutely pointless. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, why is this ghost not doing anything?
It's a shade. Over. Oh my god! Cheebs, thank you for the 46 months, dude. Eric!
Circle it over.
Eric, thank you for the 37 months, dude. Had to say over after what you say, like the Family Guy clip? Yeah. What's going on?
Has anybody checked our sanity level yet?
Yeah, we're probably at like a crisp 72 collective. I'm just guessing.
Actually, we're at 59. Over. 53.
Fun. Let's go.
Back up to 59. Oh, now it's at 60. What's going on? Who's popping pills?
Damn. All right. Allow me.
Yeah, what the frick? Why is the TV just turned?
Allow me to
I'm
set
ready
the
to
mood.
leave now.
Gotta get our sanity down.
I'll let y'all sit in there. TV turned on. I'm scared.
Wow, dude, you're gonna leave Josh in here? Over?
Yeah, Josh didn't care about our sanity, so frick him. Over.
Ken made me do it.
Every time I walk in the house, the TV turns on. I'm scared. Over.
It's fine. It just wants to Netflix and chill, bruh. Over.
Only with Josh if he doesn't take sanity pills. Over. It's literally every time I walk in, it turns on.
Wonder what's going on.
Hey Josh, you done taking pills? Over.
And thank you for the biddies. Josh is never gonna take another sandy pill in his life.
Hey, what about this one with the crucifix?
What do you mean?
How did we get this ghost to hunt?
We gotta wait.
Oh, we gotta drain our sanity.
Oh, so then it's gonna kill us.
I mean, not necessarily. Gaslighting flashlighting. What's going on? Every time that guy's walked in the house, I turn the TV on.
Oh, power back. Oh!
He's done for.
He'll be fine.
He slammed the basement door.
This mother.
Hey, you're not hiding anywhere where those pills are, you? Josh, over.
Is Josh alive? Over.
Hey, everybody, we can leave now. They're all done. Over. All check marks. Over.
Over. Over. Over.
Report to the van ASAP. Over. 5 seconds before we leave. Over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I waited for him. You were gonna leave him behind. What's that say about you?
That
Huh?
Josh is a bad person.
By the way,
Josh is not a team player.
by the way, I have a gift for you.
Ken told me to do this.
I don't know if you knew or not.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Proud of you, bye. This is something similar to the kids. Would Chromecast a bunch randomly? Oh my god. I have a feeling he didn't get it either, because you could hear it very genuinely in his voice that he didn't know what the hell was going on, and that every time he walked in the house, like the TV would turn on, and he didn't understand why. So now he's gonna walk into Willow and be like, "What the hell? Now it's not turning on. What's going on?" All right, ads are playing. Everyone survived. Look, see? It has been broken. It has been broken. Everything is fine. Tiny, thank you for the follow. What's up, Nam? Free 99. Amen. Amen. Your name keeps making me jump. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Remind me to never play. What do you mean? What did I do? It's Josh's fault. I didn't off anybody. I'm innocent. Classic Josh. Taking pills. Running away from shades. This guy. This time. Okay. Where's the coffee? No coffee. It's midnight for me. I can't be drinking coffee. Are you crazy? Are you cuckoo? The harmless fun? Yeah. See, exactly. It's not hurting anybody. It's just messing with their psyche. It's just making it so that they question every time they play that map. I don't see the problem. I think it's fine. Any words of encouragement starting a new job? I'm leaving my place of 10 years, going to a new facility as a new nurse. Excited but nervous. Words of encouragement? Man. Well, 10 years of experience of being somewhere else. I mean, that's 10 years of experience. It's something that you will be able to take with you to this new nursing job. But the nice thing is that you have so much that you can learn now from people at the new job, which is awesome. Josh, on the other hand, embrace the new, make your mark on the new place. Correct. Yeah. Just don't pee on the floor. They really don't like that. They're not a fan. Poor Josh. Got the kiddos into program blocks from 90s Nick. Oh, they can't stop watching. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pee on the floor. Got to claim your space. That's understandable. right. Ads are finishing up, but listen up, friends. Listen up. I'm getting a slight headache, and I know my limits. We had a blast today. It was a great little experiment to try and see what the hell was going to happen. And you know, it went really well. I am pleased with the results. You guys saw for yourself how fun it can be. I was not on an account that was a high prestige. I was literally prestige 1. I played like normal, didn't do anything crazy. I didn't go after anybody. We had like a group of people that were kind of douchey. A group of people. That was it. Need to do this again? I would. Yeah. At least you can relay some of that info that happened. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I would love to talk to them about it. Yeah. Is that tomatoes? Welcome in. Excluding the kicker. Yeah, I know. But I mean, even then, I was kicked what? Like once? Twice? Maybe? My lovely friends, this Sunday, I'll hold it. This Sunday, this is happening. This Sunday, we are doing a 12-hour, 100,000 follower celebration. I would love for you guys to hang. I'll be live for 12 hours, man. 12 hours. Friends, I am going to end it at the other places so we can find somewhere to raid. We are at the tail end, so I'm going to find someone. But I will be live on Sunday at 8 a.m. sharp. I say 8 a.m. sharp. The hope is to start at 8 a.m. That is the hope. That is the goal. If I don't, you're going to have to excuse me. I'm going to do what I can, okay? It is the weekend. There we go. But yeah, so 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. is the goal. That is the plan. I'm going to be live for 12 hours. I'm going to have like a soft schedule. So it's not going to be anything too crazy. I don't want to get like this hour we're playing this and that hour we're playing this and that hour we're playing this. I don't want to do that. I want to have like ideas of games that I want to play, but them happen really whenever, you know, it's kind of the plan. Too early for your blood. I understand. I'll be live for 12 hours though. You have more than enough opportunity to come hang out. Thanks to the of course. Am I playing with friends? That is the plan. Yes, I will be honestly probably opening it up to friendos randomly throughout the day whenever they're available. I know Mr. Tom said that he'll be around. Absolutely would love to play with Mr. Tom and some of the other Midnight Peeps for sure. Possibly some repo. Yes. I might throw in some repo. Yeah. Gonna be around for most of it. I appreciate you, Mr. Song. As long as you know. Oh yeah, I'm usually fine. Honestly, I have gotten so like the amount of headaches I have gotten in the past few months, whatever it may be, has been very minimal. Very minimal. So we should be in good shape. We should be good. Send that mod pack for Peak if you end up needing it. Thank you, Phoenix. Yeah, Peak could be another good one. Yeah, the only like new game that I'm thinking of right now, well, new game to me is doing Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Migraines team's got much better. They have. It's the medicine has been helping a lot. Yeah. Mimesis was really fun. That was actually a really, really good one too. Man, that was so funny. We were crying. Thank you, Subaru. Thank you, friend. FNAF, yeah. Yeah. What the hell's the Hat Man? Yesterday was a day in the dark for me and mine. I couldn't do anything with that migraine. Yep. When I do get them, they can be pretty debilitating. So I completely understand, friend. I totally get it. Yeah. What medicine are you on for the migraines? So the medicine that I'm taking for headaches is metoprolol. Yeah. And it's been working really well. You want to try RV There Yet? You should. We had a lot of fun with RV There Yet. There's it's a long list of games, but I'm not interested in turning Sunday into like a let's try every different kind of game thing. It's a 100K celebration. It's meant to be more chill. So yeah. Yeah. Freddy's gonna eat you. You do realize that I beat the first one first try, right? Do you realize who you're talking to? Take pro parental. Okay. Daughter take. Okay. Yeah, the one piece of advice I would give to anybody that experiences them at all is to not give up if the first medicine doesn't work. Because I know that's what I did. When I tried something, I don't even remember what it was. I think it was topiramate. I tried it. It did not work for me at all. So then I stopped. I was like, well, I guess there's no cure. So then I went away, but then I came back to the doctor. I was like, dude, I need to figure out something. And they were even like, we could try other things. It's not a one size fits all. Like everybody's different. So that's what I did. Yeah. Thank you guys for all the follows. Guys, if you're not already in my Discord, that is where I'm going to keep you guys updated about stream schedule, about anything that is coming up that maybe we need to talk about in the server. There's Phaz information, looking for group channels, all that stuff. And then I've got the rest of my jazz right there. Yeah. 6 months injured leave. Spine. Oh, damn. Oh, of course. Mr. Bunny, that sucks, dude. I hope that you get better. Been having headaches and migraines, especially if I get on a game. Be careful. Make sure you're taking breaks too. If you're realizing that you're experiencing a lot of problems like that, make sure you're taking a break for your eyes, man. Is Doc gonna? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna yawn. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. We are gonna go. Hold. This is where we're gonna go. I noticed that they were in the now live section inside of the server. So we're going to go say hi to them. All right, friends, if you're a follower, the first is for you. If you are a sub, the next is for you. Creepy tier 3, you get your own. Every now and then I try to look in the server and see who's in the now live section. And we have a new friendo we're going to go say hi to. Guys, I appreciate all the love today. We are super close to our extended goal now, which is craziness. Thank you guys so much for all of the subs and the biddies. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for the raids. I appreciate it all. You guys are amazing. I will see you guys on Sunday for our long 12-hour stream. I appreciate all the love. Peace.